like music. Have you ever seen those whirling dervishes? How many have seen in television documentaries about whirling dervishes? God almighty, where have you been? What world are you guys inhabiting? Just the one out here. Look, whirling dervishes are really wild. They just keep whirling in a circle. And they can go on for 24, 48, like those old dance fests used to have in America at these dance arenas. But they do a certain prescribed whirling. And you know, if you start whirling for about a couple of minutes, you're totally dizzy. But they don't get dizzy. They go into a trance, and then they think there's enlightenment. And so you can do things like that. You can whirl. So you whirl yourself out of your present consciousness. A dervish is the Turkish word for mystic, a whirling mystic. In Arabic, it's a Sufi, whirling Sufi. Sufi is an Arabic word for mystic. In any case, this Om is that kind of word, and he's trying to describe it here. So Om is the name for both Brahman and Atman. Oh, I don't understand how he means that. So he's not getting a really good description of it here, but this introduction might help. So Brahman is a kind of universal truth, what we might call a god, or the god. But that's not exactly how the Hindus would see it. Now, this story, as he says here in Roman numeral 23, comes out of a work called the Mahabharata. That is, the Bhagavad Gita is a story. And it comes out of a work called the Mahabharata, which is a big epic, a Hindu epic, about a battle, an early battle, something like the Trojan War in Greek culture. Yeah. Oh, yeah, but it doesn't matter. They're all, you know, they keep changing it's the penguin, right?
Yeah, but like the pages are...
Well, so I have another penguin, and they keep changing it, so you have to keep buying the new book. So it doesn't matter. You'll find it. Doesn't matter if we have the same word or not. Anyway, look for the word Mahabharata, and you'll find what page we're on. Mahabharata. Something like that. I get nice.
What is the paragraph story that you're reading?
The main story of the Mahabharata. Maybe it's a different, maybe they changed the introduction. Okay, what's the first paragraph of your introduction? The first introduction, what does the first paragraph say?
The Bhagavad Gita is...
Yep, it's a different introduction. You got a different introduction. Mine says the first paragraph. It doesn't matter, introductions, any introduction will do. Here, let's throw that away. I'll quickly sum up before you have to go, and that is that this is then after the Upanishads, after the Vedas, around 300 or 200 BC. They wrote this epic, and embedded in this epic was this story about Krishna. Now, Krishna is what this group that went across America back in the 60s and 70s, the Hare Krishnas, were preaching Krishna. And Krishna is a man-god, very similar to Jesus. In fact, I've always thought that the name Krishna and Christ are not unrelated. And many Christians who got tired of Christianity went off into this Hare Krishna group. That's why it was so popular. But I have a feeling there is a relationship. I can't prove that, and I don't think it's accidental. But Krishna is, of course, not like our Jesus stories. Jesus is so perfect and beautiful and peaceful and all these other things, though he gets angry occasionally. You know, Krishna is more man-like in his behavior. I think he likes ladies and things. Like in the cover of my book, anyway, you get Krishna. He's always presented as a blue man, and he's always sitting next to some pretty lady in veils and things like that. I don't know what your book has. So I take that to think that the Hindus felt Krishna liked ladies, where Jesus doesn't seem to like many ladies except supposedly Mary Magdalene. But I don't get any indication from the stories that he's got any special thing for Mary Magdalene. That's later tradition seems to work that out. But he is a parallel figure. And we'll stop there. And see you next time. Bring your Bhagavad Gita. Start.